and obviously there was a big time period between when you were writing the novels and now there's sort of this whole other world of people who have learned about you and all of that through the show. How that sort of, if that's kind of had an influence on the writing you're doing now, all of the other conversations that are happening.
Well, it doesn't influence the writing I'm doing now except to turn up the stress. Because the show, of course, has caught up to me, which I didn't actually think would ever happen. I had such a huge lead, but the truth is that I'm a very slow writer, and David and Dan and their staff are faster than I am, and I'm writing 1,500-page manuscripts, and they're writing 60-page teleplays, and you know the production machinery is a locomotive that can't stop. So, you know, I've been hearing them come up behind me for years, and the question is, well, how can I make myself write faster? Well, I think by now the answer is I can't. I write at the pace I write, and there we are. But what the show is doing is not going to change what the book is doing. I started writing about these characters in this world in 1991. We didn't even have the first meetings to create the show until like 2008, so I got like a 17-year head start. So Tyrion is Tyrion in my mind. To the rest of the world, he may look like Peter Dinklage, but as brilliant as Peter is, and he is brilliant, the Tyrion in my head is still not necessarily him. He's shorter and
missing a nose
uglier, and
at this point too, I think, right?
Yes, and he's lost half his nose, yes, which we couldn't do. We did think of doing that to Peter, but Peter was reluctant to actually let us amputate his nose, and so if we did it with CGI, we'd have to wear a little green snood for all of his scenes, and we would have to do it digitally, and that wouldn't have been very feasible.
I'm intrigued to know, I mean, you've often said that one of the kind of joys when you sat down to write, initially in Game of Thrones and the rest of A Song of Ice and Fire was after so many years of being told by Hollywood what you're writing is too long and too expensive, that's not really a concern when you're writing novels. Do you find now that your books have been adapted into one of, if not the most expensive TV shows in history? Are you kind of like, now, I'm going to really crank up. I mean, the battle sequences will be absurdly larger than they've ever been before. Is that any kind of consideration to sort of be almost in?
No, once again, I don't I put the show aside. I don't do that, and I also don't do reverse. I never throttle back and say, oh, this is going to be too much for the show. They won't be able to afford it. I better not do it. I do it anyway, and then it's up to David and Dan and their people to figure it out. And sometimes they can, and sometimes they can't. In the first season in particular, we lost a lot of the battles, for example, because we simply did not have the budget to stage battles. But as the show has gotten more popular and our budgets have increased, now we can do sequences like Hard Home and Blackwater, pretty cool battles. I mean, Blackwater, which I actually wrote the script for, adapting my own stories, is one of the best battles that we've done, and I think you have to say it's probably at least one of the 10 best battles ever done on television. But as great as it is in the TV show, it's not a third of what's on the book. I mean, in the book there's all sorts of elements. There's an entire other army that's on the other thing that's trying to come across in boats. There's, the burning ships kind of lock together, they crash into each other and they form a bridge of boats, and people are swarming across that. I've got 5 gigantic trebuchets that are throwing traders across the river, and bodies are falling out of the sky. I've got a chain that goes across the harbor that they set on fire. Lots and lots of elements that we